it's all about taking a bad habit and making into something better, you know? It really allows you to switch or to transform this bad habit to good habit.
That's what I'm on go. Not scared being alone. I'm proud I already made it. Thinking about my past. I know I'm gonna get it.
Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video just to update, especially about vaping. So what I wanted to say is that I finally stopped vaping or smoking or anything like this. I made 2 other videos where I talked about why I stopped and what device I used, but now I finally stopped. So I stopped like 1 or 2 months ago, and I wanted to make this video just to explain how I did it and some tips for you, like how to stop and things like that. So I know that especially now vaping became this cool thing to do, and I'm not gonna be here encourage people to vape. This is not why I made those videos. Overall, I think that vaping or smoking is really bad for you. You should really avoid if you can. So yeah, I didn't make those videos to encourage anyone, and I'm making this video to explain how to stop, because I think it can be really interesting for some people, and if I can encourage people to stop, that would be great. So I explain a little about how I started. Initially I started vaping to stop smoking. That was my goal. So I used vaping as an alternative, and I would say it really helped me to make the transition between smoking and stopping completely. It really helped. So I would recommend to start vaping if you are smoking cigarettes and you want to stop. But like if you're not smoking cigarettes, don't start vaping, because it's really bad. I would say it's better than smoking cigarettes, of course, that's for sure. But if you can avoid any kind of smoking or inhaling things, that's the best, I think. Yeah, so I wanted to talk quickly about like how to stop, like how to actually stop, because it's not easy, and I know personally that it's really hard to stop. So if I have some tips, I would say there's not a lot of tips, because I think it kind of depends of people. If you're really determined to stop, you will stop, that's for sure. But if you like doubting your ability to stop, it's gonna be really difficult, and maybe you will need some support, outside support. What I'm talking about is professional support, but for me, I wanted to do it myself, so that's what I did. So how did I start? Yeah, first of all, so one day I just wake up and I was like, that's it, I want to stop. I started to feel really tired, and when I would work out, I would be really tired all the time, things like that. I would always be tired for no reason, and that was really annoying to me. And also it's really like hurtful for your vocal cords. There's too much to talk about only in this video, but there's a lot of consequences from smoking or vaping in general. So one day I just woke up and I was like, that's it, I'm not vaping anymore. That's it. You know, that's things that happen to me. Like sometimes I just take decision just like that, and I feel like when I take this decision, that's usually the best decision I take. So yeah, I just woke up and I was like, I'm not vaping anymore. That's it. And what I did, that's a strange thing, but it worked. I swear it worked. What I did is that, wait a second. What I decided to do is something really radical, I know, and a lot of people will not want to do that, because usually like vaping devices are expensive, especially when you have a lot, like I had a lot of devices. I tried a lot of devices from many brands, so I had a lot of devices. So what I did, I took all those devices and I put it on the water, on this thing, and I put a message here for me, just to remind myself that it's saying, remember why you choose to stop, one step at a time. And yeah, and this thing, I put it next to my desk, and every day I would wake up, read this, and it really helped. Like, I think it was one of the best thing I tried. Now I don't feel like I need to vape or to use any device. I saw another thing. I started to see like some difference, because when I was vaping, I did not really see the effect that vaping had on me, because I would be so used to it, so I would not even notice those things. But I would be really anxious all the time. I would be stressing for no reason. I would be also tired, as I said. I don't know, just things like that. When I stopped, I would say after maybe a week, I would start to feel so relaxed and calm, and not as anxious as I was. Obviously, there's a part of anxiety and stress that I already had, you know, so this part, but it's really little, so it's not as big as it was when I was vaping, you know. I don't feel it the same, but I was so used to it, so I didn't know like if it was the vaping causing it or just me, like my anxiety. Anyway, I hope I make sense. But yeah, I noticed a lot of differences, and that was one of the best things I did, I think, and I highly recommend. Maybe you don't have to do it as radical as I did. Maybe you can like give your device to someone, or you can like ask someone close to you to keep them and not give it to you if you ask. I don't know, things like that. But I would highly recommend not keep the device next to you, because it's not gonna work. Don't let the device in your house or like close to you, because it's gonna be harder, I think. Okay, another tip is to repeat yourself, I'm not smoking, I'm not vaping. Like, for example, like in social events, you know, like you're with your friends, like they're vaping or smoking. Like if they ask you, tell them, no, I don't smoke, I don't vape, you know. Saying it like this makes it real, and you start to believe it. I think there's something psychological behind it. It just helps you to make it real, I think. At least it worked for me. Like just saying it like this, I don't smoke, I don't vape. It really worked. And I know it sounds crazy, but it really worked. So yeah, that's something I did as well, and I highly recommend. Next, I have another tip. I would say maybe 3 or 5 days after you stop. For me, those 5 days after I stopped was horrible, like horrible. You really have to, if possible, like stay at home, or maybe try to keep busy. I don't know, like work on something, maybe go work out or spend time with someone, you know, things like that, because otherwise you're gonna keep thinking about it, and that's not what we want, right? So yeah, I would recommend keep busy. For me, it was music, well, work and music. But yeah, music really helped. Every time I had this urge to go and vape, I would write something or play piano or like practice my voice, things like that, and it really helped. You can also try writing. You can write. I know it can work for some people. Another tip, you can try to switch your habit of taking your vaping device by taking something else. Like for example, you have the urge to take your vaping device, you can switch by something else. Like for example, my bottle. For me, it was that every time I wanted to use my vaping device, I would take my water and go drink. Yeah, and it really helped, and also it's good for you because water, you know. So yeah, that's another tip. I know also some other people that use, like, how do you say it, lipstick or whatever. You can use it, things like that. I don't know, that's just an idea, because I know it works for people. Like for me, it worked. Like just taking my water bottle instead of taking my vaping device really helped, because it would remind myself my goal to stop, and also I would drink more water. So yeah, it's two good things for a bad thing, you know. It's all about taking a bad habit and making into something better, you know. It really allows you to switch or to transform this bad habit to good habit. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't have a lot of tips because, as I said, it's an addiction, you know, like it's really hard to stop if you're not determined. You can write a letter for yourself and keep reminding yourself that you want to stop. This is your goal, so you have to stop. For me, it really helped because I was really determined. This is something that I wanted to get rid of totally. Yeah, I have one other tip, but this is not something I tried, but I know other people tried it. It's to go to see a therapist and try to understand why you start vaping or smoking, because there's always a reason, right? Especially if you're using vaping or smoking as a coping mechanism. So I would also recommend this, maybe by trying to heal, to understand yourself, will help you to also stop vaping or smoking. So I think that's it. That's all I have to say about it. I want also to say it again. I'm not promoting or encouraging anyone to start vaping or smoking. I would definitely encourage people to stop. So yeah, I think that's it. I just wanted to make this quick video. I don't know if it's gonna be quick because I talk a lot. I know I don't post a lot, but I'm really busy and working on some things at the side, some personal project, and I really want to focus on that. Maybe I would start posting like one video a week. I think that's it. That's all I have to say. I hope that this video helped you. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you're motivating to stop, if you want some help. I'm not a professional, I'm not a therapist. It's only my own research and I stopped by myself as well. If you want some support, I can help you with that. You can send me like a DM on Instagram or Twitter. I will put my Instagram and Twitter on the side. Just send me a DM if you want support on quitting smoking or vaping or some tips, and I will help you with that. Again, I would say it again. I know I'm annoying, but please, if you don't smoke or don't vape, don't start, because it's really bad for you and you will probably regret it. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoy this video and I will see you on my next one. Bye.
You can say all you want, but I want it. Try again, let's get it, we can make it. I don't wanna forget, but I lost it. Oh. Take it all, no, I'm on it. On the ground, but I know I will make it. Every time that you say you can do it.